September 9th, for your Raw review. Hello, hello, hello. What a street fight that we saw. What a street fight that we saw. We did see Uncle Howdy get involved towards the end. I didn't know what was going on with Uncle Howdy. He was sitting there for a while, wasn't really doing anything. So, for him to get involved at the end wasn't surprising since it was a no disqualification match, but it took him a while, Uncle Howdy, to get involved in the action. So let's talk about it. Raw today. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube Marquelworld, we did have Bret the Hitman Hart make his return on WWE television. Yes, we did have Bret the Hitman Hart making his return on the television. And let me just check something real fast. Had to check something. So, let's talk about Raw. First and foremost, Raw until the end of the deal with USA. They are about to do a 2 hours now. Raw is starting next week. It's going to be 2 hours only. A lot of people are speculating, is this because the USA Network and Raw, they no longer will have a deal and they kind of like, fuck you. I guess we're going to make the show only. Oh. We're only going to make the show only 2 hours. And look at me playing with the settings. I don't usually play with the settings, but today I feel like playing with them. So, anyways, let's keep going. But Raw, yes, will only be 2 hours starting next week. Oh no, what kind of printer do you have? How are you, Anthony? And did you hear the news that Raw is only going to be 2 hours now? Next. Library and recipes, James Earl Jones. Yes, rest in peace. Um, a lot of people know him from the new generation. A lot of people know him from the Black Panther. Isn't that it? Yes, rest in peace to him. Happy Monday. Um, let's see. We have some news. Tomorrow, NXT is no longer going to be the Rascals. It's going to actually be the Street Profits going to face for those NXT Tag Team Championship belts. This is the thing that I hate about this brand split shit. Why the fuck are the Street Profits, who are Raw stars, aren't they Raw stars? I can't even keep up anymore. But why are the main roster talent always going to NXT? I mean, it's enough that you are bringing the TNA people all the time to NXT, but now you always have to bring main roster talent on NXT. I guess because you guys can't build your own stars. Okay, so let's move on. The Wyatt versus American Made did get a lot of "this is awesome" chants and "holy shit." We do have USA that tends to blurt out cuss words, so we're not getting the experience that the live crowd is getting. We're getting a lot of bleeping stuff, but the crowd is appreciative of the match. I did like what's her name, Ivy, when she was using the chair while the submission was being done to add more impact for them to get the win, but that wasn't enough. The Wyatt Six did lose. I did state that Uncle Howdy did end up getting involved. Yes, Uncle Howdy did end up getting involved in the match. It was a good match. It was a good opening match. It kind of got you in the mood for Raw, so it was a good opening. Oh, okay, you go to the library. I wonder if they charge you. We did have Finn Balor. He is kind of the forgotten one who was part of the Judgment Day. It's all about Dominic Mysterio and him and Liv Morgan. It's about Damian Priest and his face turn and Rhea. Um, Finn Balor is the one that a lot of people aren't talking about, which I am surprised. The Judgment Day did help rise Rhea Ripley. I mean, she was popular before the group, but it did help make her a name, a home name brand, I would say at this point. She's a household name after being part of, the Judgment Day. We have Damian Priest, him having the title and now being a babyface. He gained a lot with the Judgment Day. But Finn Balor, I can't really say he gained that much. He did gain a lot of experience and memories. We do have Dominic Mysterio, who's with Liv Morgan, who betrayed Rhea. So he has that major storyline, Dominic Mysterio. So it's really Finn and JD are the two members of the Judgment Day that aren't really as appreciated or talked about. I mean, I thought Finn Balor would have been the leader because he was the most known when they first started the Judgment Day. I lied. It was actually Edge that was the most popular one, but let me progress. He left the group, so he didn't really last that long. K Flock. Hello, RP Sin. We are talking about Raw. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Okay, can you stop? Okay, I'm like blowing up my phone. Damn. But anyways, let's keep going. We still have this feud going on with Rhea and Liv. I was kind of hoping that was going to be over. I didn't want Liv Morgan's whole title reign to be the Rhea Ripley revenge shit. I mean, she already won the title from her, so I thought that was enough. I'm just surprised that they're still doing this till this day. Both females should move on to a new storyline instead of always focusing on another and let this feud come back when they have different feuds with other people. Um, We did have something about Finn Balor, stating sidekick, which he did become a sidekick. I will be real. He did become a sidekick again. I just stated, um, he was one of the most popular guys, part of the group when it first started. I mean, Damian Priest came from NXT. He wasn't the most popping. Rhea was still up and coming. She had a lot of fans, but she wasn't as over as she is now after being part of the Judgment Day. But Finn Balor was already established, the demon. So if anybody, I thought he would have been the one that got showcased the most. He was the one that they were going to depend on with the name value, Finn Balor. But like they're saying, sidekick, basically, what Finn Balor became after being part of the Judgment Day. It did help make Dominic Mysterio one of the best heels currently. I will give him that. The Judgment Day did help with Dominic Mysterio. The Judgment Day did help with Rhea Ripley. The Judgment Day did help with Damian Priest. Did the Judgment Day really help with JD? I don't really know. He takes most of the losses. Did the Judgment Day really help with Finn Balor? Again, I can't say. I don't know. We did have Bret the Hitman Hart. He did make an appearance. It was always nice seeing Bret return. Calgary's own. I mean, that's not a shock. But we did have Sammy in there with Bret. We all know that Sammy is also from Canada, so what a moment for him. Glad to see that. Sammy's kind of in the back burner too, if I had to say. He was the main focus for a while. Don't know what he's going to do next. The Intercontinental Championship belt, I mean, he is good as a mid-card champ. There's nothing against being good as a mid-card champ. There's nothing negative about it, but he is a good mid-card champion. So hopefully we see more with him. It's always nice to see Bret The Hitman Hearts get a nice reaction. I mean, he was at his hometown. People will argue. But again, he is a legend in this wrestling industry. You have to respect him for all that he's done, all the people that he's influenced. Um, so I'm glad to see that he still gets a nice ovation, especially in his hometown. We have that Gunther, denying Sami Zayn. I mean, Sammy, we all know, isn't going to win that title, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's next. He is a good mid card champion, but we all know he's not going to be Gunther. We did have, I totally skipped over this, Jade and Bianca versus the Unholy Union. Again, I don't know how many times we have seen this match, maybe at least 4 times. With them losing the Unholy Union, they have no reason to come after these two no more. They lost fair and square. There's nothing else to be said, there's nothing else to be done. So I am hoping that this is the end of this shit that we see with them. The women's tag team division. Now we have Io and Kyrie. If you saw them backstage looking at Jade and Bianca, so it's clear as day that we have our next competitors, which is Kyrie saying and Io. Don't know if I want to see that. I'm gonna be real. We need some more tag team people. It seems like Damage Control. What's her name? Shayna Baszler and Zoe, Unholy Union. That's 3 teams. Don't know. I would say Kiana James and her partner, but Kiana James is MIA and her partner's still in NXT. There's only 3 teams I can actually think of right now that are actual teams. So the Unholy, that's a little sad. Shayna and Zoe, Kyrie and Io, Damage Control, or you can have also Asuka and Kyrie. They could be another team, but that's still Damage Control. So we don't really have a lot of women tag teams right now. Now that I think about it, we do have Kaden and Katana, but I don't remember the last time I saw them. That's another tag team. What else happened? What else happened? We did have Dragon Lee versus oh, it's hot. We did have Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio. Again, like I was just saying, Dominic Mysterio has become one of the best heels. I'm getting tired of Rey Mysterio being involved in Dominic Mysterio's career at this point. I feel like Dominic Mysterio should not be associated with Rey Mysterio. I'm so tired of LWO and Rey Mysterio. We've seen this shit on SmackDown. Wasn't this on a whole nother brand where they were facing each other? Now we're seeing this shit on Raw. It's just the same stuff over and over again. I'm happy that Mysterio, Dominic, got the win. He's the next generation. He's young. I think he's my age. I think he's like 2 years younger than me at this point. So he's my age. He's a 90s baby. So that being said, I root for anybody my age, and I really hope that he can have his own legacy. Maybe they're just doing this right now with Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio, because sooner than later, Rey Mysterio will retire. I'm not sure, so they want Dominic to somehow be associated with his dad before that happens. But again, I'm so tired of seeing LWO always focus on Dominic and the Judgment Day. Now, to this point, it seems Finn Balor's even involved in this, so in LWO, so it's becoming the norm. I can only explanation I can give to this is if Rey Mysterio finally helps Dominic Mysterio become a babyface, and he can say he never gave up on his son. That's realistic. We did have Ron Breaker and Pete Dunne. Saw him backstage. Um, I don't really care about Pete Dunne. I'm just gonna be real. He's on two shows, which I'm all about the brand split, and I'm getting sick of him being on Raw and NXT. Isn't he challenging Trick Williams tomorrow? And we have to take him serious on Raw as well. So since he can't stick on one show, I really don't give a fuck what he has going on at this point. Pete Dunne, it's just too much to keep up with him at this point. Dom turned face and takes his dad's mask. I could see something like that. Welcome to sick. Horror Kingman. Thank you so much for that. I could see that happening. That's what I said. With them constantly having them cross paths, I can only see it eventually. Dominic turns face again, and maybe Rey Mysterio passes the torch, and he can say, "I never gave up on you." Because this, with LWO always involving themselves with Dominic Mysterio, it's kind of like, is he gonna go face? Is this what Rey Mysterio? He's just not giving up on his son because it's just very constant at this point. LWO needs to get pushed. Lee is the future. Do you think he turned? I'm hoping so. I'm hoping he turns. It would give it a little spunk. The LWO. What I mean by that is just it just seems like they face the same people over and over again. I mean, we did see this before with Santos. Him being the one that turned heel, but I can see maybe Lee align himself with Santos, and they can both Santos Escobar, and they both can be heels together. Not as a team, but basically he could be under his wing, and it would make Santos a little bit more relevant because I really don't know what they're doing. Who cares about the brand split at this rate, right? So after this, Liv, I think Dom turns face because, to be honest, what's next for them? I can see the White Six coming for them. I think the White Six are considered to be faces. So yeah, I do think they come after heel factions or heels. So I do see what you're saying. I do feel like they will come after the Judgment Day before Dominic becomes a face eventually, to drag on, the Judgment Day and the storyline. But supposedly, again, they are a face faction, the Wyatt Six. So I can see them coming after one of the top heel factions, which is the Judgment Day. Mm, it was a good match between Dominic Mysterio and Lee. Not saying that. I'm just tired of always seeing Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio involved. Just like, god damn, can y'all just move on from this shit? I still remember when was their Thanksgiving where Dominic Mysterio got involved and the cops got called. That was still when they were on SmackDown, I think. They're still at it. We did have Lyra and Zelina versus Pure Fusion Collective. I just said there aren't a lot of women tag teams, such as, Damage Control, them, Kiana, and Katana. So we don't really have a lot, but we did have Lyra and Natalia that did show up. Wasn't really a surprise. I don't know how it felt. It was bittersweet to see her back because she's been doing this for a while, but it's kind of like, oh, we kind of know they're not really going to do shit with Natalia. I kind of was hoping that she would have went to TNA. Yeah, I know that's a little bit of a stretch, but I was hoping that she maybe would have went to TNA and reinvented herself and had a nice push. I don't think AEW would have been good for her. A second choice I would have wanted was for her to sign to NWA and have some matches there, or even MLW. Um, Natalia in WWE, we know she's always going to get these good moments, such as this, since they love her and they respect her for all the work and all the years that she's spent in the industry, and especially in WWE. But we all know that Natalia is not one of the first people they want to make women's champion. I think Selena Vega would have a better chance winning the belt before they give her another reign. Hell, even Zoe would have a better chance. But of course, we had Natalia give that sharpshooter, which was the win. So that was not a surprise. I see Ray. I mean, I see Leah. I mean, that would make. I don't. I could see them attempting. I could see the Judgment Day, the number games being too much for them. But I can see what you're saying. I mean, this would give Ray a reason why he's still bothering Dominic and his friends. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. We kind of see her being like a Molly Holly, someone that is backstage giving advice, someone that is coaching. I can see a Natalia transitioning to something like that. And her being a coach isn't bad. We have Sonya Deville being the mouthpiece of the two of the three. She's naturally good on the mic. She's always been like that. Times have changed from her being part of Absolution. Remember her, Mandy Rose, and Paige. Paige was the leader, while those two newbies, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, were her, I guess, not followers, but people she was mentoring. Now look at them. We had Toxic Attraction, where Mandy Rose was the leader of that, and now we have this group. Um, what is their name again? I know it's something different. We have this group, Pure Fusion Collective, which it seems like Sonya Deville is the leader of that. So it's good to see that Mandy Rose and Sonya became leaders of their own groups after that. That's very interesting because I actually follow him on X, no, on Instagram. I know he has two. I think he has one for himself, and then he has this new alter ego name that he's going by now. Patrick, right? Yeah, he has Patrick as his Instagram. Then he has another one, I think, with his wrestling name. Absolutely. I don't really know shit. What allegations about a party and peeing and video camming. I don't know. It's old news. I don't, you know. We did hear those things about those text messages, and then it was proved that was fake. Not fake, but it was proved that, I don't know, something was going on with the messages. I don't think he ever even went to prison for that because it was never found out it was him. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if a lot of people will take a chance with him, but yeah, he does deserve a second chance. Um, I think he should have been part of Change Your Narrative. What was that? Speak Your Narrative. But I don't think Eric Young liked him, so that wouldn't have worked out. We did have Drew McIntyre, and they're going to have another match, him and CM Punk at Bad Blood, a Hell in a Cell. Um, I kind of knew this feud wasn't going to be over, so this is not a shock. This is not a shock that this is still going on till this day. I do like their matches, so this isn't a complaint. So we shall see what happens at Bad Blood between CM Punk and Drew. I actually more want to see a crossover with AEW and WWE. Whatchamacallit, this TNA and NXT shit is a little boring to me. It's become repetitive. So I would like to see AEW and WWE. Um, who I would like to see. I do like the Young Bucks. Matt Jackson's one of my favorites. I would probably want to see the Acclaim. I would want to see the Acclaim go to WWE. I do like them a lot. Them having that spotlight would be good. I think the Young Bucks are perfect for AEW. Maybe that what's her name? The princess from AEW, Queen Amada. I would want to see Queen Amada in WWE. So Queen Amada as a woman in WWE, and then I would want to see no, the Acclaimed, yes, in WWE. A lot of people will say Ricky Starks. Um, A lot of people are saying Ricky Starks is going to WWE. I don't know if they would use him correct. I don't know if they would use him correct. So that's why I didn't say him. I do think he was good in AEW. Still don't know what happened between the two parties. We did have Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. Again, he's getting himself involved. We did see Balor did defeat Mysterio, which was a good moment for Dominic. He did need this win. Um, Chase you. You do like them from NXT. So you can see Hook and Chase you. Um, I mean, him being part of that university. If you're talking about that, he could be very dominant. I could see him dominating NXT and being the face of NXT. Could I see Hook being the face of the main roster? Maybe. But could I see him being the face of NXT? Absolutely. And if he was the face of NXT for a minute, he would have a good chance of being a star in the main roster. I would say Sammy Guevara because he's one of my favorites, but I think his wrestling wise should be in AEW. I think that's where it works the most. I am happy that he's in Ring of Honor and getting his shine there. Sunny Kiss is my boo. I love Sunny Kiss. Yeah, I didn't like what happened with that AEW. Think Sunny Kiss was very underused. I remember the entrance with the cheerleaders when AEW first came out, and I remember I would say, "You go ahead, boo. You be yourself, honey. I ain't mad at you." So I was happy to see Sunny Kiss and that representation and someone being themselves. Again, I do feel like the colleagues did like working with Sunny. Sunny has been part of this wrestling for a while. I remember seeing Sunny. Um, was it Ring of Honor? I think he was part. No, I saw Sunny before that. Um, it had to be Ring of Honor. It was like for potential people, like up and coming people. I think that's where I first saw Sunny. But no, I could see Sunny being part of the NXT roster and rocking that. I could see Sunny actually aligning with Bianca and Jade. I could see that. Bianca and Jade and Naomi and being part of that. So I could see that, to be honest. Make sure this is right. Okay, no, this is right. No, let me change this setting. Oh no. See, I'm touching too much. Okay, let me not try to change the setting. Oh, okay, you wrestle? Okay. Same, I was thinking that. Yeah, totally. I could see Sonny getting involved in that shit. You know, what else? We did have the Fatal Four Way, the main event. Pete Dunne, who cares? You're on NXT. Blah, blah, blah. I'll care once you stay on one show. You're not gonna be on Raw one day and then NXT the next day, and I'm supposed to give a fuck what you got going on. No, thank you. So X, don't care about Pete. Braun. Um, did I think? Yeah, I thought maybe Braun. But we have Jay Uso that is getting this push. And we have Jay Uso that has an upset father that doesn't like the way that he's getting pushed. So I'm not surprised. I do like Usos. So yay, Jay Uso. We have Isla Dragunov. I think he's very dramatic with his selling. Like everything with his facial expression is very dramatified and like it's just like you're doing the chop and you're making these dramatic faces. Just do the chop. You don't have to make a dramatic face. You don't always have to shake your arm every time you do a move. But maybe he's feeling it in the moment. But he's just very dramatic, or he just oversells to me. But he is a good wrestler. I'm not saying that he's not. He just oversells for me. But I can see him being a big star here in WWE. They just dropped a new day thing, LOL. They didn't even tell us anything about Jones. I mean, not understand the rumors, but on TV, you have to tell people something. Yeah, supposedly it was domestic violence. That is the T. It was supposedly domestic violence, which is horrible if true. Mm, 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 mm. We did have Jay Uso win. So we did see Jay Uso and the champion go face to face at the end of the show. Braun Breaker. But it kind of cut off when they were speaking. I think they were about to say something, then it cut off. So Raw, I would give 3.9 out of 5. I do like some of the matches. I did like Bret Hart. And also, again, Raw is only going to be 2 hours into the NXT deal. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with the NXT deal, but Raw is only going to be 2 hours now on the USA. So 8 to 10, 8 to 10 Eastern time for me. Jay Uso's getting a push more than I think he should, to be honest. He's a good hype. Yeah, he's hype. I just think it's getting stale because he hasn't won the title. I mean, if he wins the title, maybe people will care again. But right now, it's just like, he always wins a couple matches, loses some, but it never goes anywhere. So he needs to have an end game. But if you haven't, please subscribe to the YouTube Marquelworld. Like this video. I post 3 times a week. I go live once a week. Um, this is Raw. This is the Raw review for September 9th. If you're going to catch the replay, hey y'all. But Raw was all right. I mean, again, it wasn't one that got me excited. It wasn't one that was like, oh, it sucked. I don't want to watch next week. It did what it had to do. Now I'm going to go to sleep and go back to work tomorrow. So it was a right show. I'm going to talk about it maybe a little bit tomorrow at work, but that's that. It wasn't something that blown me away. They had some good spots. They had some good matches. The street fight, Fatal 4-Way, Unholy and Bianca and Jade, Drew McIntyre promo, Pete Dunne on Raw, then on NXT. Street Profit announcement. They're going to be on NXT. I thought there was a brand split. So I don't understand why you keep having these main roster people on NXT whenever you need a rating boost. You always have to have these people on your show. Isn't Chelsea Green going? There was Chelsea Green. I mean, it's always something with NXT. They never just build their own stars anymore. But enough about that. If they would stop doing this goofy shit, I would actually watch it a little bit more. I do like Wesley. I always say that the Rascals from their days in Ohio, super proud of them. So I will watch Russ Lee. But all the other stuff, not really. I did like NXT 2.0. When there was the thing with Mandy Rose dominating, I did like NXT, the Black and Gold era. Hell, I've been watching when it was still a reality show at some point. So I did like the Black and Gold era. That was my favorite. I was watching that shit every week. I did like it when Eva Marie was part of it. I did like it when Finn Balor was a part of it. I think I was watching when Damien was part of it. The Four Horsewomen when they were part of it. A lot of classic stuff did happen in NXT, and it probably still is till this day. But the TNA shit and bringing them in every week, bringing a main roster star every week, I think is doing it a disservice to the people in NXT because the people in NXT like a Charlotte Flair, like a Sasha Banks, like a Finn Balor. They were facing people in NXT to build their career. I mean, Asuka in her undefeated streak, she was facing people in NXT. She wasn't, oh, Nattie, come here from Raw, let me face you. Or, oh, I don't even know who else would have been on the roster. Nattie was the only one I thought of since she's been here the longest. But we have NXT tomorrow. One day I will actually go live about NXT. That's the one show I really don't talk about. I still need to go live about AEW. Did I do that already? I think I did. But NXT, I do know I have not did a live yet recently. So I know I have to sit down and watch a full episode, which I'm preparing mentally for. I'm preparing for the TNA shit. I'm preparing for the main roster shit. I'm preparing to be confused. Why is this person on this show? I thought they were on SmackDown. But let me mentally prepare. That may be next week when I'm live, but who knows? Think I touched on everything. Well, thank you, The Sick and Anthony, for the comments. Those in the replay, hello, Marquelworld. Thank you, thank you. Sub to the YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video. I post 3 times a week. And before I go, let me answer this. I hate Jack Perry and realize he's a jerk and try to get in trouble by. Oh wow, yeah, I do see that he is in a lot of drama, especially with what happened with Punk and him. So, if this is real, what you're saying about Malachi Black, it's unfortunate to hear. But no, Jack Perry, he is a heel that they are trying to push. I could see him being a top heel. Just he's associated with so many people. He should just be solo. But the six horror. I'll see you on the next live or the next video. I post 3 times a week, so hopefully you sub. But remain safe. I did enjoy talking to you. And continue to wrestle and live your dream. I mean, who to say maybe one day you can make it to NXT. Don't know if you do the indie scene, if you're current, but keep doing that. But I am done. Peace out. Thank you so much for the support. Remain safe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.